what do people like to do most when they're feeling down?
Eat ice cream.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the whole
go,
joke.
Go to the store, you get a pint of ice cream, and then you eat it, and then you feel better after.
That's usually what I tell
Sometimes
everybody.
not in the stomach, but usually like in the head, you're like, that was great.
Yeah, for sure. I get so many people coming up to my pop-ups, or if we're at a market, being like, so why sad girl? Why sad?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Line Check podcast. It's me, Brennan Villarreal, your host. And today I'm in the studio with the owner of Sad Girl Creamery, SueEllen Mancini. What's up?
Hey.
How are you doing today?
I'm all right. Looking forward to having a drink later.
Where are you going to go?
Baby G's.
Baby G. They were just on the podcast recently.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know, like 3-4 episodes ago. Super cool people, super down to earth. Great cocktails, great mocktails, and they have pizza there too.
Oh, okay, good. I was wondering if there were snacks.
Yeah, there's snacks for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
It's going to be my first time. I've never been there before.
Yeah, it's cute. It's very cozy and just like dark lit, and everyone's super nice there. Yeah, you'll have a good time.
All right, nice.
It's really funny because the last guest on our show was Tomas de los Reyes, and he runs the Long Beach Bartenders Guild. And he told the audience his 3 top bars in Long Beach that he likes to go to. And we've got so much hate for it because people don't agree with it, even though those were his top 3 bars, which is really funny.
I saw the clip. He did, and he named, I've been to Bamboo Club, and that was because me and my fiance go to a lot of different tiki bars. Which I know is like politically incorrect, but I just love tiki. I can't help it.
It's fun. You feel like you're in Hawaii, kind of.
Yeah, who doesn't like various
I love
rums?
rum-based cocktails. I love coconut. I love coconut-based cocktails too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny. So I hope you enjoy Baby G. That was on his list. So
all right.
Go. Shout out Danny and Gianna. Anyways, let's get to this podcast.
All right, I'm ready.
So why don't you tell the audience a little bit about Sad Girl Creamery?
So Sad Girl Creamery. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like saying it like it's gonna be written down. I started Sad Girl Creamery in 2021, but I actually moved here in 2018 from Houston with the intention of starting an ice cream company. And anyway, I had started getting my stuff together in 2019 and was like part of this little like small business center that was helping me out getting the paperwork together and all this stuff. And then the pandemic hit and I thought everything was over. What am I going to do? How am I going to start this? I guess I'll just wait till whatever is going to happen now. It definitely felt like the end of the world. And then I started seeing everyone, doing pop-ups out of their home and figuring out a way to like continue on, especially people in the food industry. And anyway, and it gave me the idea of like, oh, I could just like do this at my house, I guess, if everyone's down. And I just bought like a little small tabletop ice cream machine with an internal compressor so I could keep running it over and over again. Not like, because the other ones you have to like put the bowl in the freezer for 24 hours and you can only make ice cream like once that day. Anyway, so I started selling the pints out of my house, but it has been a very long dream coming. And I guess the thing that makes this special is that all of my flavors are Latin inspired. And basically we just recreate different Latin desserts as ice cream pints or flavors. And the other thing everyone's really attracted to in regarding to the brand is obviously the mental health awareness aspect of it. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was 26, and it's been quite a journey. And during the pandemic, it seemed like a lot of people were just dealing with a lot of their emotions. Like everyone was locked inside and had to face themselves. And it just made sense to share a lot of the things that I was learning through therapy and being very vulnerable on the internet about yeah, like my mental health struggles, because I knew some people just need to hear that. And it took off. I guess everybody was like into it and sharing a lot with me and messaging me things that they go through, or like family members that go through things like that too. And it just built and built and built into this little community.
That's awesome. How I actually found out about your brand was through my partner's mom, and you did a pop-up at an art gallery.
Yeah, the one over here.
Yeah, open gallery.
Yeah,
right.
my friends run it.
Cool. And she had your ice cream. She told me about it, said it was like so good. And I was like, oh, I'm curious. And I was like, whoa, this looks so good. And then it's like followed and kind of just been keeping tabs on you since. Sounds creepy.
That's all right.
But yeah, I really just love the thought behind it all. And what attracted me to it is I've actually had a crazy couple years myself, mentally. And a lot of people don't actually know about it. Maybe just through like, I think just maybe not a lot of people just know in general. At least I haven't spoken about it on this podcast. Thank you for joining us on another Line Check episode. Today, this episode contains content warnings such as SA, abuse, and mental health disorders. If you're not comfortable, you can skip to this time code. But a couple years ago, just brace yourself. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, trust me.
Yes, I'm sure you've heard crazy things through, people reaching out to you on social media. About,
yeah, and I have myself,
Yeah.
But go on.
I'll continue. A couple years ago, my sister came forth to me and told me that our stepdad, who raised us since 5 years old, sexually groomed and assaulted her since she was 6 years old. And my whole world just completely flipped upside down. And like this person that raised me, that took me to my soccer games, to my football games, to family vacations, and just taking me to school, and then I have a half brother as well that's younger than us, and our whole world just like completely changed. Like we didn't even know like how memories, how we're supposed to deal with our memories now, like good memories, like they just feel all just poison now.
Yeah. And is your mom still with that person?
No, my mom, he's actually in jail now.
Oh,
so
okay.
we this whole year has been going to court.
Yeah.
And then my sister was able to get the work done and put him behind bars for 25 years.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's so awful.
Yeah, it's insane, and sometimes I don't think about how crazy it is when I tell somebody, or how drastic my life has changed. And all that happening, I went to see a therapist, as suggested by my partner, Sasha. And I did that, and I didn't really want to because I'm stubborn. I was like, I'm fine. I'm fine, even though I knew I wasn't fine. But you just have to, like, be vulnerable and express yourself. And so I went to therapy every single week for, like, a year, and still go to therapy, just not every week. But it's just realizing all these things that happen, and then trying to come to senses with it all and be happy where you're at and make sure everyone's taken care of.
Yeah, but for sure, I'm sure it's incredibly hard to process by yourself. I'm glad you went to therapy.
Yeah, it was extremely, extremely hard. But
what made you not want to go to therapy?
I think it was just me. I really wanted to look out for my family in that moment. I was the one to be like, I'm worried about my brother. I'm worried about my mom. Like, I don't know how they're reacting to all this right now. Like, I hope they're okay. Like, making sure I'm checking up on them. And
do they live here?
Yeah, they all live here.
Have y'all ever thought about doing family therapy?
We did one session so far.
Okay, that's
so
good.
Yeah, we're on the right path. It's been a couple months, but it's just using all my energy to make sure they're okay, and then
but you can't
and
be
then
that
doing
person
so
all the time.
All that mental space was being capped out, and then I was like, I have no time for myself. And in doing so, I made sure I had to make time for myself, because I wouldn't be able to take care of them if I didn't take care of myself first. So
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's what happened, and it's been a healthy journey, and I don't think I would have been able to be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for going to therapy. And also shout out to Lucida and the crew there for allowing me to take time off when, you know, I had a panic attack or I couldn't like cope with myself.
Yeah.
So that's really rare in restaurants right now. So
oh, for sure.
To find a place like that. So big shout out to them. Much love.
But I do feel a lot of people are starting to come around to that,
yes,
though.
Yes,
now that more people in the industry are being more open
Mm-hmm.
about that. Because, yeah, it's rough, especially like you can't concentrate you're already stuck in the madness of working at a
Yes.
restaurant. And then on top of everything outside of there. Yeah. But I'm glad you sought help and that your family are working through it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That was my first time telling everybody on the podcast. So that took a lot for me to say. And I thought it'd be nice to tell you because I really like what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
So let's get a little lighthearted now.
Let's change the subject.
So what is your favorite flavor that you've done?
Oh, Oh God, everybody always asks me this question and I'm like, I wouldn't make anything that I don't love.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And favorite flavor I've ever done. I don't know. Right now, recently, I did finally do something that was very near and dear to me as a kid, which is alfajores.
What is that?
It's a little dessert from Argentina and Uruguay. My mom's Uruguayan, and they're like essentially two little shortbread cookies that are made with a lot of cornstarch, so they kind of crumble really easily. And you sandwich them with dulce de leche, and the prepackaged ones are usually dipped in chocolate, either dark chocolate or white chocolate. Sometimes they're tossed in powdered sugar or just plain or rolled in coconut. Anyway, but it's like very classic dessert. And my grandmother would always buy like boxes and boxes and boxes of them when she would go to Uruguay and bring them back just to like share with me and hide from the rest of the family. Because if not, they would eat them all. Anyway, so I made an ice cream flavor that was inspired by that recently. And yeah, it meant a lot to me. And when I ate it, I was like, this is really good.
And then you made ice cream out of it.
Yeah.
Did it have like little cookies inside it?
So it's I actually use Argentinian dulce de leche because in my opinion, I feel like dulce de leche from Argentina and Uruguay taste a lot different from like dulce de leche from Mexico or Central America. For some reason, I feel like they burn it longer, so there's a deeper caramel flavor to it. It's less darker? Sugary. Yeah. It's not as like super sweet up front. And so anyway, I use that dulce de leche for the base. So it's a dulce de leche ice cream. Then we make the cookies and crumble it in there. And then for like the chocolate shell that's usually on the outside of the cookie, we kind of do it like a stracciatella where, you know, it's like the hot chocolate going in there. But when you're mixing it with the ice cream, it just starts to break and shred. Yeah.
That sounds really good.
It's bomb.
Yeah. I don't really like dulce de leche because it's too sweet and I don't have a big sweet tooth. So and it also hurts my teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Like the too sweet in there, just get them like, ugh. But that one sounds good
I try to
not
make
too
all my
sweet.
ice cream not that sweet. I actually cut 30% of like all of the sugar from my ice cream.
That's good.
Yeah.
I really want some. You know, it's really cool too. And I was thinking about it. So you're really into mental health and then you make ice cream. What do people like to do most when they're feeling down?
Eat ice cream.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the whole joke.
Go to the store, you get a pint of ice cream, and then you eat it, and then you feel better after.
That's usually what I tell
sometimes
everybody.
not in the stomach, but usually like in the head, you're like, that was great.
Yeah, for sure. I get so many people coming up to my pop-ups, or if we're at a market, being like, so why sad girl? Why sad? And yeah, and so I say that every time. I'm like, well, I figured most people eat ice cream when they're sad, and
Yep.
then they'll get a little chuckle out of them.
Like, you're right.
Yeah. I'm like, I know that you've done it before.
Yeah, don't lie to me.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. How has Smorgasbord been for you?
So we're only there in the summers for Ice Cream Alley, but every time we're there, it's like freaking bomb. Yeah, we kill it every year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The summer's like, I mean, it feels like it's summer right now because it's like 78 degrees
Yeah.
outside. So I'm like confusing myself. Like, wait, is it spring already? It's like, no, we're still in January. It's so weird. I don't get it.
I know. I can't wait for it to be over. I hate this season.
Yeah.
I know most people are like, I can't wait to bundle up and like eat pies and all of that. And
no one really eats pies that often. That only happens twice in the winter.
I'm definitely like a summer baby. I just wait for the summer every year, not just because of ice cream, but like all the summer outdoor activities. I love all of it.
Yeah, I think I'm a summer person too. I like winter because I like to bundle up. Sorry, but I do really love the summer because you get to do more stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside, and it feels good without being like.
Right, you can go to the beach and be comfortable there and not have to be like under. Well, I guess some people like the blanket stuff. I like to lay out like a lizard and just cook for a long time, which I'm sure is not good for my skin.
I mean,
I wear
does that
sunscreen,
too. Yeah.
but yeah.
SPF 180.
Yeah.
So you also started making churro ice cream. No, sorry.
You mean the Choco Tacos?
Choco Taco.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought churro. I had one recently, maybe, when I went to Mexico City, and I was like thinking in my head. Yeah, the Choco Tacos. Because those were discontinued recently, like a year ago?
2 years
2 years
ago.
ago. Well, I don't even know.
Yeah.
And then you started making them.
We actually started making them before that happened.
You're before the trend.
Yeah, because I got really into making novelties and kind of like doing them in my own reimagined Latin version of them. And so the first one we did was the dulce de leche one with like the candied pecans on the outside. And this was like around April or something, or early May. And then I did the strawberry shortcake one. The ice cream inside is a strawberry tres leches. And anyway, everyone went bonkers for that. But then in June was when Klondike announced that they were discontinuing it. And then as soon as that happened, like my DMs were insane. And everyone wanted me to like talk about it on like the fucking radio and shit. It really, really blew us up though. So thank you, Klondike.
Yeah. Thank you for discontinuing. I was really surprised because it got so much feedback for discontinuing. It's like, don't discontinue it. We all love Choco Tacos. And then like I thought they would maybe be like, okay, we'll change our mind. But
the thing about that though is I'm sure the sales for Choco Tacos are not as great as everyone thinks. But the thing with people is like, the moment you take something away is when they're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's nostalgic.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember the last time I had Choco Taco before they discontinued it. So
right.
It was probably like at a gas station, and I was like, oh, I feel like eating this right now. I mean, I'm surprised they still have Flintstones pop.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Push Pops. And I saw that at the gas station. I was like, what? I thought these didn't exist anymore. And it was still there. I was like, and I got one. I got two of them, actually. And it was like a weird.
Is it like creamsicle or something?
No. It's like a sherbet.
Oh,
yeah, the
okay.
Flintstones Push Pop.
What was your go-to ice cream truck novelty?
That's hard because I had like moods when I was little. So it's either the fudgesicle. What was the big stick? It was like pineapple and cherry.
The big stick.
Yeah,
What?
it's called the big stick.
Is it shaped like the bombs?
Yeah, no, it was literally just like a stick. It looked like a pole, and it was like red and yellow swirls in it.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
pretty sure it's called the big stick.
Yeah.
Maybe Zarek can insert like a photo when I say that.
They do like a bubblegum version of that?
I don't remember.
Okay.
And then also like Ninja Turtles with the gummy or the bubblegum eyeballs. And
My brother would always get that one, but I'd get Tweety Bird.
Nice.
Yeah.
And they'd always be like deformed some way.
Yeah. It never looked like a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. He's like freaking had makeup on. He's like smeared it all over. And then what else? The push pop, obviously, and then definitely strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, that one was my favorite.
And then an orange dream bar, 50/50. I love those.
Yeah, I really loved the strawberry shortcake. But then I'd always go for a classic drumstick too, though.
Drumsticks. We'd always have those at the house, though. We'd buy like the variety pack from Costco.
No, we were broke growing up. I had like the cheap ass, like, what is it? The ice pops. In the plastic tube.
Oh, the Otter Pops.
Yeah. Well, I think they were like some random
other
brand,
not Otter Pops.
But yeah, all summer, just like getting the size of your mouth cut up from the plastic.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
But the only time I would have novelties was, oh man, I keep hitting this thing. It's just so low. And I talk with my hands. Yeah. So I'm like, Just kidding. Yeah. Anyway. The only time I would have novelties was when the truck would come around, and so I'd be like, "Ooh, okay, what I'm gonna get this time?"
It's like I'd be at my grandma's house, and in the summertime, and that's when the ice cream truck would come all the time, and I'd be like, "Grandma, can I have like 50 cents or $1 to buy something?" And sometimes, did you ever buy like novelty like gifts or little gag gifts? Did they have that at your ice cream truck?
No,
like a hand shocker. Or like
what?
Or fake cigarettes that was gum. Never had the fake cigarette gum.
Oh wait, I have had that, but not from the truck.
Yeah, they had that at the truck. They had like a hand shocker where you like shake someone's hand and it shocks them. Yeah, they had all that stuff too, or like the fart smell bomb or something.
No, we didn't have that. They also sold like hot Cheetos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I always got Lucas.
Oh yeah, I was totally addicted to Lucas when I was a kid.
It was like crack. It's insane.
Yeah, or did Lucas also make the one where it was like you'd push it up and like the weird?
They made that one too.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Or it's like chamoy that would come up.
Yeah, those were good too.
Yeah, I miss the ice cream truck. But it doesn't come around my neighborhood, so.
It doesn't. Well, I live in K-Town. There's definitely no ice cream trucks there.
There's no truck to like.
But if you go to like East LA, they're everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The guy I go buy my dry ice from is also an ice cream truck commissary, and every morning in the summer it's nothing but like old Latin dudes waiting to get dry ice for their ice cream trucks.
Yeah.
They don't come around near me.
So I was reading a little bit about you and your bio on your page, and you talked about nostalgic like treats being a huge factor in making your ice creams. What has been like the most nostalgic ice cream you've made that was your favorite when you were little?
Oh wait, didn't we just talk about that?
Oh, that one was the most?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess as of most recently.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I try to do a lot of stuff that I know is going to please other people's imagination as well. So a really big one for us is, well, I call it the patito bar, but the original one is the gansito. You ever had one of those?
No, I have not had that.
They're like little Mexican snack cakes. It's almost like Mexico's better version of a Twinkie, where it's the little soft sponge cake inside. Then it has a raspberry jam or strawberry, a little bit of cream, and then it's covered in chocolate and little chocolate sprinkles. And everybody grew up eating those. And my fiance told me that everyone would put them in the freezer because they taste better frozen. Yeah. And so anyway, so from there I was like, well, why don't we just make it like an ice cream bar? Like the way they have Snickers ice cream bars, And so I just flipped the ratios. Obviously, the original one is more cake than cream. So ours is like a big layer of vanilla ice cream. And then we make our own strawberry jam in the cake and cover it in chocolate. And it's twice the size of the original one. But when we made those, people were pretty crazy for them too.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hungry now for treats like that, at least, because it's hot today.
Yeah, I know. Ugh, we're at the farmers market, the Hollywood farmers market, every other Sunday. And the past couple of Sundays we've been there, it has been the Sundays this month that have been the worst weather. Like we were there that day where it was like extremely windy.
Yeah, windy.
And then last Sunday when it was raining, and then but in between there'll be Sundays like this, and I'm like, why the fuck are we there right now? Why is it not like this? Why does it have
to happen?
Yeah, and then I looked at the weather again today, and it's gonna be 57 Sunday when we're there. I'm like, who is somebody like put a curse on us or something?
It's just not meant to be. Hopefully, like in a couple more weeks when it's like gets closer to spring.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just have to be patient.
Not a couple weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, once it starts to get hot, I'm sure we're gonna kill it. But right now, I'm like in tears every Sunday.
It's the actual sad girl.
Yeah.
So where can people get your ice cream besides Hollywood Farmers Market?
So we're at 9 different stores with our pints.
Wow.
Yeah. We're at Sarah's Market. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Been there before.
Yeah, I feel like everyone knows Sarah's Market. We're at El Sereno Green Grocer. We're at Altadena Beverage. I don't know if you've heard. My friend owns a smoke shop called Ignite Smoke Shop. He has one on La Brea and one in Hollywood. We're at both of those. Sorry, I have to like count on my fingers. We're at Wine and Eggs. Then we're at my friend's place Laid Cookies. We're at Carla's Market, which is new. And then we're at Flask in Highland Park where Jeff's Table is. And yeah, that's all of them.
No, that's a lot of places. That's awesome though. Just building your brand and getting it out there. That's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've been lucky to get a lot of people who hit us up because they just want to carry our ice cream. So I haven't had to do, thankfully, a lot of like nagging.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, we want you.
Yeah, like being my own rep and like, please try my stuff. Yeah.
That's so cool. So with mental health being a big part of your brand, do you have anything planned, like for moving forward with Sad Girl Creamery, like talking to other people or just helping other people out there that need a voice?
I mean, right now, just expressing myself on social media and then outlets like this, obviously. But I do have plans in the future, hopefully, whenever we get our brick and mortar, to do something. Cafe Tropical, they just closed. No, it was on Silver Lake, the little purple building on the corner. And it was on Sunset.
Okay.
But the little purple building on the corner that was like an old Cuban bakery.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd been there, oh my God, I don't know how long, but a very long time. Anyway, they recently closed and it was very sad, but they had this back room on the side of the building that they would lend to people doing group therapy sessions. So there'd be like AA or like Narcotics Anonymous, all that kind of stuff. And anyway, I thought that would be such a cool model to add to the business if we ever got a brick and mortar to offer that kind of space.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
There's this place actually just opened right here in Long Beach called the Compound, and they're health and wellness. And they just opened a restaurant with my friends, Barrio, which is like a Filipino food pop-up. But they're really about health and wellness. And I guess all the staff have a therapist, like a wellness coach that they can talk to anytime they want. And they have a break room with like all these healthy snacks and stuff.
What?
Yeah, I was
That
like,
sounds
that's cool.
It sounds expensive.
They got money.
Oh, okay. I'm like, your own individual therapist, or is it one person?
No, it's just one person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, imagine a whole team.
Yeah. It's like 50 people.
Yeah. I was like,
Personalized
Yeah.
therapist. No, it's just one person. That's
okay.
It's like they have, can talk to anybody if they need it.
Oh my God. I bet that therapist has like the best chisme.
Yeah.
Like they know everybody's shit.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
in like such an intimate setting.
We'll see. They just opened, so we'll see what happens in a couple months of all the drama.
Yeah. I mean, they can't share it legally.
Yeah, they can't share it, but just for that one person.
For themselves or their friends if they're sharing.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, therapists definitely talk about their clients.
They do.
Yeah, we've all watched The Sopranos.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm just like thinking about it now. It's like if the bear had a therapist and then they talked to all of them and then they just talked
they
about
should include that in the show.
In the season 3.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
That'd be like an off-camera gag.
But then the therapists themselves could have like their own little storyline of like knowing everyone's shit.
Yeah. and then they have their own shit. And then they have their own shit.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So we do this at the end of every segment. It's called In the Weeds.
Oh, man, I saw this on your videos. We were talking about this on the way here, and I was like, I don't think I have a story.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
It can be like, oh, I forgot to bring something for the farmer's market or smorgasbord.
That's like all the time.
Yeah. There you go. There's your In the Weeds.
Yeah, but I usually...
You have a specific
I don't really like get too crazy about it when I forget stuff. I'm definitely someone who's like, well, fuck it. Shit.
Hell yeah. That's right.
Or I have to call my fiance and be like, I forgot the square reader.
Oh, I've done that before. I forgot the menu. That's a big one.
Because I mostly worked at bakeries like throughout my career. I actually started when I was 19, and this is all I've ever done, so it better work out. No, you can always pivot. Anyway, but so my point is, like, there's not a moment where I'm like trying to bust out orders or anything. Like, we get there early, we make whatever needs to be made, and then I'm out. So, but the only time I thought of that was kind of hectic was I worked at this ice cream shop in Houston called Cloud 10, and they were getting a lot of like attention. And our first busiest day since opening was Valentine's Day, because everyone gets ice cream after dinner. And my boss put me on like the Sunday line where I have to build everybody's Sundays. And of course, it's like nothing but couples. So everyone's fucking ordering a sundae. And the line was like all the way down the street. And I was like, why the fuck would you do this to me?
Just by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because then he had the other one person on the register and then 2 people scooping. And then they would like scoop and hand me whatever they were scooping for me to finish off the sundaes with all the like shit on top. And he was like a pretty, it was a very like chef and driven ice cream spot. So every sundae had like 60 components to them. I don't know.
There's nothing worse than a customizable ticket.
Yeah.
All the stuff you need to put on it.
I know. And then was like very much a stickler for doing things traditionally with like tweezers and shit, and I'd get mad and be like, I don't need these fucking tweezers, and just throw this shit on there. Like, we have to get these orders out. This is dumb.
Yeah, I don't use tweezers that much anymore either.
I don't think anyone does, right?
I use the glove in my hand.
Yeah, or not even.
Sometimes we wash our hands.
Yeah, everybody washes their hands.
I wash my hands a lot, all the time.
Man, people don't wear gloves in a restaurant. It's a lie.
Yeah, it just depends what you're grabbing.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was really good to have you on the podcast.
Oh,
I had a great
this was
time.
fun.
Everyone go follow Sad Girl Creamery. Catch them at all the markets they mentioned. Check out Hollywood Farmers Market. They have a lot of good produce too. It It was good to have you. And I'll
Yeah,
see you
thanks for
guys
having
later.
me.
And that's it. That's your line check for today.
All
Bye, guys.
right.